Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Look, every VPN ad you've ever seen tells the same story. Hackers are watching you on public Wi-Fi. Use our VPN. And you're safe. Invisible. Now look. That's not completely false. But it's also not the full truth. And that's where the problem starts. Because right now, millions of people are buying VPNs thinking they're fully protected. When in reality, they're only covering a small part of the problem. Even worse. They're protecting themselves from threats that barely matter anymore, while staying completely exposed to the ones that actually do. So today, no sponsors. No sales pitch. Just the real breakdown. By the end of this, you'll clearly understand when a VPN actually helps you. And when it's just giving you a false sense of security. Let's get into it. First, let's simplify what a VPN actually does. At its core, a VPN only does two things. Number 1. It creates a secure, encrypted connection between your device and a server somewhere else in the world. Number 2. It hides your real IP address and replaces it with the server's IP. That's it. That's the entire function. But somehow, marketing turned that into complete anonymity, total privacy, you can't be tracked. And that gap, between reality and marketing, is where most people get misled. Now let me take you back for a second. A few years ago, everyone was scared of public Wi-Fi. You probably remember this. People saying, don't connect to coffee shop Wi-Fi. Hackers can steal your passwords. Someone could be watching everything you do. And back then, that was actually true. A lot of websites didn't use proper encryption. Data could be intercepted more easily. But today, almost every major website uses HTTPS by default. Your browser literally warns you if a site isn't secure. So that specific fear, the one VPN companies still use in their ads, it's mostly outdated. Your browser already protects you. For free. But here's where it gets interesting. While everyone is still worried about old school Wi-Fi hackers, the real threats have completely changed. Today, most tracking doesn't happen through your internet connection. It happens through your accounts, your apps, your browser, your behavior. For example, if you're logged into your Google account, Google knows it's you. It doesn't matter if you're using a VPN or not. Same with social media. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. They track what you like, what you watch, what you click. Not through your IP address, but through your activity. Even your phone apps collect data. Location. Contacts. Usage patterns. So you could be using a VPN and still get ads for something you searched just 5 minutes ago. Because the tracking didn't come from your network. It came from you being logged in. That's the key difference. A VPN protects how your data travels. It does not control what happens to your data after it arrives. And that's a huge misunderstanding. So if you bought a VPN thinking I'm anonymous now, that's just not how it works. Now let's walk through what actually happens when you turn on a VPN. Step 1. You open the app and hit connect. Your device creates an encrypted tunnel to a VPN server. Think of it like sending your data through a locked pipe. Anyone on your local network, your internet provider, or someone using the same Wi-Fi, they can't see what you're doing. They just see encrypted data going to one place. That part is real. That part works. Step 2. Your traffic exits from the VPN server. So the website you're visiting doesn't see your real location. It sees the VPN's location. This is why people use VPNs to access content from different countries. And yes, this part works exactly as advertised. But now comes the part most people ignore. Step 3. Your internet provider can't see your activity anymore. But your VPN provider can. Every website you visit, every connection you make, is now passing through their servers. So you didn't remove tracking. You just moved it. Instead of trusting your internet provider, you're now trusting a private company. And here's the real question. Who do you trust more? Your ISP, which is regulated and based in your country, or a VPN company that might be located anywhere in the world, with policies you can't fully verify? That's not a trick question. That's literally the decision you're making every time you turn on a VPN. Now let's talk about the practical side. Because there are trade-offs. First, speed. A VPN adds an extra step in your connection. So yes, your internet can slow down. Second, streaming. Some platforms actively block VPN traffic. So instead of unlocking content, you might lose access. Third, battery. On mobile devices, running a VPN constantly can drain your battery faster. None of this means VPNs are bad. It just means they're not magic. They solve a specific problem. Not everything. So now let's talk about what actually works better. Because this is the part most people never hear. First, don't use a VPN for everything. Most people turn it on and leave it running all the time. But that's unnecessary. Use it only when it makes sense. For example, on public Wi-Fi or when accessing region-restricted content this way, you keep performance while still getting the benefits. Second, understand that real privacy is layered. A VPN alone is not enough. If you're serious about privacy, you need to combine multiple things. A privacy-focused browser. Blocking trackers. Managing permissions. Using separate accounts. Because again, tracking today is identity-based, not IP-based. And third, this is the most important one. Stop expecting privacy while staying logged in everywhere. If you're browsing while logged into your main Google account, you are not anonymous. At all. That's like wearing a disguise. But also carrying your ID in your hand. Real privacy requires behavior changes. Not just installing one app. And this is what most ads don't tell you. Because it's not as simple to sell. So let's wrap this up clearly. Do VPNs protect you? Yes. But only in specific ways. They hide your activity from your local network. They hide your IP from websites. They let you appear in another country. And for those use cases, they're great. But they do not make you anonymous. They do not stop tracking from apps or accounts. They do not prevent companies from collecting your data. And in 2026, that's where most of your data actually comes from. So here's the honest take. If you use public Wi-Fi often, or care about location access, a VPN is worth it. Just choose a reputable provider. Not just the one with the loudest ads. But don't rely on it as your only protection. Because it's just one piece of the puzzle. Think of it like this. A VPN is a lock on your front door. But if your windows are wide open, it doesn't matter how strong that lock is. So now let me ask you something. If a VPN doesn't actually make you anonymous, and most of your data is collected through apps and accounts you use every day, then what are people really buying? Real security? Or just the feeling of being safe? Tell me what you think. If you found this video helpful, hit like and subscribe to IQ Tech Nova for more tech tips.